Hello and welcome to part 1 of my November 2013 update. Been a little while since I've done some videos. I've got a bit of a backlog to do. I think I've got about 4 or 5 parts for November to do, and I've still got about another 4 parts to do for October, but I thought I'll start with November first of all. I'm off work this week, so it gives me a chance probably to do some of these videos. I've been watching a few films as well. Today I finally got around to watching All About Eve, and I watched Schindler's List for the first time, and at the moment I've just been watching City Lights, Charlie Chaplin, which I'm finish off shortly. So I've got quite a few titles to show so far this month. Start with the first one here. This is Big Fish. Now there's a seller I saw on Play called MG&M, and they were doing some cheap Blu-rays, and I saw their imports. I wasn't sure what they're going to be like, where they're from, if they're going to have foreign text on. So I took a gamble on one, which I'll show you in another video which one I got first, but that encouraged me once I saw that to get some more. They all appear to be Sony Pictures releases, and I know a while back they did have American Psycho I saw somewhere, but I didn't take much notice of that, and I wish I picked that up because it's not had a UK release yet. But this is Big Fish, the Tim Burton film. Probably not the normal Tim Burton film you'd expect. It's not got Johnny Depp in, although it's got Helena Bonham Carter in. This disc has got no extra features on there apart from a commentary. The DVD release, I think it was a 2-disc one originally, that's got quite a few extra features on, but this hasn't, unfortunately. I'm not sure where these all come from actually. Someone said they think they're from South Africa, but they've all got English text on. They're all playing UK Blu-ray players, and where they've had a UK release, because not all these had a UK release as far as I'm aware, they've got the same contents on the disc. So there's that one, and they're in these slim cases. They're all the sort of same sort of style, these ones, and then the slim cases which is nice. This one's got Columbia on the side, but it's part of Sony. That's Big Fish. Next up, got this cheap one play as well. Can't remember who I got it from. This is Tropic Thunder. It's a film I've been after for a while. Always meaning to pick up the 2-disc DVD when it came out originally, but I was waiting for the price to drop, and then only kept seeing the single disc version. This hasn't got an MTV featurette on. Some stuff they did for the MTV Awards, so I think from the American disc it's not on this one. Not checked it, didn't mention on the back, but it looks like everything else is on there. And this is the first time I've owned this film. Never seen it. I've always seen little bits of it, so looking forward to watching that. It's got Jack Black, Ben Stiller, and Robert Downey Jr. Looks like David Guest in that picture. But, and there's a few cameos in there. Well, it's one cameo anyway, but I won't spoil that for you. Next up is the latest release from Arrow Video, and this is Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. Not got around to watching this one yet, so I'm watching a few films this week while I'm off, so may watch this then. As usual with Arrow releases, got a nice amount of extra features on there, and also got the booklet. This is just one disc. No DVD in this, just a Blu-ray. But it's nice artwork on there. And there's alternate artwork on the other side of the sleeve. There's that one there. Next up is a Spike Lee film. This is Caucus. Again, not seen this before. I've seen a few Spike Lee films, but this is one of the few that I haven't seen. This is, I think, a bare bones release, but there was nothing on the DVD anyway in terms of extra features, so that's fine. Bit hit and miss sometimes with the Universal, whether they do put any extra features on. Same Paramount as well, and some of the other labels. It's not too bad if you got the DVD originally. Then you've got any extra features if they do have them on. But this one hasn't. There's another Spike Lee film which I'll show you. I think it might be in the next part. Next up is another one of these import ones. This is Identity. Don't like the artwork on this as much as the UK artwork. This is a film I had on DVD, and a few more DVDs just sat there, never got into watching it. Saw this was cheap. These were about £2.99 each, up to about £3.25, so quite a good price, and very quick delivery. Sent out first class, so I think as long as you order before, I think 5 or 6 o'clock or whatever time it is, then you're almost guaranteed to get the item the next day. I've watched this one, really enjoyed it. Again, there's a little bit of a twist to the story, which I'm not going to spoil. It's got John Cusack in, and it's got Ray Liotta, who doesn't seem to do much nowadays, fortunately. Some extra features on there. It's a bit more on there than it says. Some alternative scenes, and on the DVD it's got listed on separate as an alternative ending, although I checked the DVD out and it's not on the DVD, or it might be part of the deleted scenes. But this has got the same, all the same features as the DVD. So I really enjoyed this. And also there's a little sort of twist at the end. As far as I'm aware, there's sort of no little sort of dead ends in the story, or nothing fully explained, so which can be good in some ways. But that one. Next up is another one of these ones, and this is Brockovich. Not particularly a film I'd probably been interested in originally, and this is one I'd never owned on DVD. But I've saw bits of it on the TV, and the story interested me. So again, as this was cheap, I thought I'd pick it up. And it's got some extra features on there. Say this is a film you probably are well aware of, so I'm not going to talk too much detail. Much to say is based on a true story, and I believe the real Aaron Brockovich does feature in this film somewhere in the cameo. You see there. This again, I'm not sure which country this release is from. It's got Czech listed first in the audio, but it's all in English, so again I think it could be a South African release, but very good price. And that was free delivery as well, so even better. Next up is a standard Arrow release, and this is 21 Days, the Heineken kidnapping, again based on a true story. Stars Rutger Hauer. Didn't pick this up when he first came out, and there was a couple of other titles I wanted to get, so I was sort of looking on Amazon and saw someone selling this for around £5.80 plus postage, so thought it was time I picked it up. Comes with a nice slipcase. I did have one from the seller originally, but the slipcase was damaged. So they said if I send it back, they will send me a replacement. So it cost me $120 to send back, which I've got to chase up the refund for. And then they sent me a replacement out, and this one's okay. I'm not overly familiar with this, but it's got a nice sort of embossing on the slipcase as well. The artwork underneath is the same as the slipcase. This is a Dutch film, so it's got English subtitles. And finally, and this was something I'd not sort of seen before, or not take too much notice of, and this is a Lennon YC, or Lennon NYC. Yeah, sort of pronounce that. It's a nice slim case with a slipcover. This was part of I believe this is part of a TV series, and this is one of the episodes. It's about John Lennon, obviously. It's nearly 2 hours long. Some extra features on there, and I think it's just about his life, or a particular period of his life. It's about £4, so I thought I'd pick it up. I'm a fan of John Lennon. Not sure if there's actually any music in this, or any live performances or anything, just a documentary. And don't know who else features in this, whether Yoko Ono's in here. It looks like the Yoko Ono's got a interview in here. I suppose Paul McCartney's not on this, but I don't know, so I'm not seen this. But that's Lennon YC, or Lennon NYC. So that's the 8 titles for this part. I'm going to do a couple more parts for November now, and these will go up about the same time, and then I'll probably get some of the October ones done as well, because as you can see, I've got a pile over there to do, and at the moment they're all on the floor, and I'd rather put them on the shelf. So I'll draw this video to close. As usual, please rate, comment and subscribe, and until my next video, thanks for